got Dan Wardrop, who's a Triker. And he's not just any Triker, but if you've seen him going down the road, he's the Limo Triker.
That's true.
This is what, the second big trike that you've built, custom built yourself, correct?
This is the big one. Like the other was big, but not as big.
Yeah. And this is a 7-seater. What gave you the idea for this?
Well, it all started out as a joke. I was driving taxi part-time. With my smaller one, like some of the guys said, oh, you can use this as a taxi. And I said, no, it's not big enough. So 5 years later, I dreamt this up.
Since you've dreamt this thing up, how many miles have you put on it?
I have 48,000 since 2020.
And a lot of those miles are put on making kids smile.
And seniors.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me about one of your most memorable moments with a kid.
When I was in Moose Jaw, I was sitting in Tim Hortons with a bunch of other guys from Brooks, and we went to Moose Jaw, and we were sitting at Tim Hortons having a coffee, and this young lady come in with a 10-year-old boy and said he's stepped back from the rest of his class, and they were on a school trip, and they wanted to go across the street to the information booth. That's where the class was. And I said, yeah, I'll give you a ride over there. And as we went over there, all the other kids was, look at that trike, look at that bike. And then when they got closer, they realized it was their classmate on it, and he was king for the day. And that just made my day.
And then you've told me a few stories about some of the seniors you've taken for rides.
Yeah, I've had a lot of the seniors in 2 different areas. And last summer I did one in Castor, and the oldest lady that was on there was 98 years old. And she sat there on the trike, going through Castor, waving at people, just having a great old time.
Thought she was the mayor, did she?
Well,
Yeah. So, what is your next big adventure?
well, I'm going to Camrose on the next weekend for the Bowling Ends event, but I am stopping at Castor again because a bunch of the seniors there were asking if I was coming back this year. So I have to stop there.
I don't blame them. It's a lot of fun getting to ride in this thing. I've been doing that all afternoon, and it's a lot of fun. Everybody looks at you like you're a queen for the day.
Yeah, well, I have fun and everybody else has fun. That's what it's all about.
So why a trike?
Well, I've been on trike now for 24 years. I have pins in my one leg, and it's hard to hold up 2 wheels at it. So, trike is safe, and I can still be out.
I don't blame you. It's an awful lot of fun. Everybody that sees you going down the road, they're either laughing, waving, or taking your photo.
Yeah, most of them are taking photos because they don't believe it.
The English gentleman that we ran into today said he's going to steal your idea and make one of his own. I'd love to see more than one of these on the road.
Give it time. It's only been 4 years, 5 years, so.
Yep. Tell us a little bit about the trike and how you built it.
Well, I only designed it. I only helped do a little bit here and there. I had other people doing the build, but it was my idea.
Yeah, but tell us about how it came to be. Like, you've got a Pontiac rear end. Tell us about it.
Well, with the Pontiac Fiero, it's a mid-engine rear-wheel drive, so you don't have to build the body around the motor. A lot of guys are going that way now and getting rid of the old Volkswagens. And like I said earlier, this was a joke as using it for a taxi or events. And I could only go 21 feet. So this is 18 and a half. So I could have went a little longer, but I thought this was long enough.
How many acres does it take to turn this thing around?
Well, not quite as many as a song. I can do it a little under 40.
Right on. What is the powerhouse under this thing?
It's powered by a Buick 6 3.8.
And the front end?
The fairing is off a 74 FLH Harley, and we actually built our own front forks, and it's the front tire and brakes and everything right off of the Fiero.
That is quite the beast. Now, it has one other unique feature. When you go to back up, it has a warning voice that tells you to duck and roll.
Tuck
Oh, tuck
and
and
roll. Yeah, I was actually gonna start a company, and I was gonna call it Tuck and Roll Taxi. So I had a backup alarm made that said tuck and roll out of the way, so that way it would be sort of like advertising as well.
Right.
So
Cool idea. Cool idea, Mr. Dan. Thank you for taking some time with us to talk about your limo trike.
well,
Oh, your favorite fan is here. Look at that. Your favorite fan is here. This little store has become kind of a little bit of a passion, shall we say?
It started as a passion. So I was away. I was living at a wellness center and I started getting into herbology. I was taking a lot of medications and I didn't want to do that anymore. So I worked with my brother a little bit and then just started taking courses and learning about herbs and plants that grow around us. And I got myself off my medications. Western medicine has its place. I have nothing bad to say about it, but it's my passion to be able to help people naturally. That you don't have to take all these pain pills.